Well, LeBron and the Lakers were able to fend off Steph Curry and the Warriors in a play-in game thriller last night. All knotted up at 100. With a minute left, LeBron threw up a deep three-pointer to avoid a shot clock violation. LeBron finished with a triple-double as the Lakers went on to win it 103-100 and advance as the 7 seed, and it was a fun one to watch. Shannon, how impressive or unimpressive were the Lakers last night?
Skip, overall, they were unimpressive, but they were impressive when they mattered the most, when they really needed to be impressive. They were. Skip, the first half was the worst half of any half that the Lakers have played all year. They missed 31 shots in the first half. And I mentioned it earlier. Schroeder, LeBron, and AD combined for 4 of 28 in the first half. That game, probably if you play anybody else other than Golden State, where they have more than one player, you're probably, instead of down 13, you're probably going to be down 25, 30.
I buy that. I agree.
But you look at it, they were the #1 defensive rated team in all of basketball. And they knew the third quarter was going to be the telltale. Because, Skip, the telltale for the Lakers this year, third quarter's been brutal for them. They've lost a lot of games that they probably should have won because they come out lackadaisical. They have a lead and then they start willy-nilly, they start freestyling. And the next thing you know, a game that they should have blown open, they're losing. But they focused in, they clamped down on the defensive end, forced a bunch of turnovers, forced 15 turnovers in the second half. And so when they really needed to be good, they were great. And so if I had to say, you know, how impressive, I wasn't that impressed because I thought the game would be close early. And I said, Skip, I think they're going to struggle early, but they'll pull away late. I didn't think they were going to be this late before and they really didn't pull away. So they were unimpressive as a whole, but they were impressive when they needed to be and got a win. This might be their toughest game on their way to the championship because, Skip, there was a lot at stake. There was a lot of pressure on the Lakers because now all of a sudden you lose this game, you go to a one-game scenario. And you know in a one-game scenario, anything can happen. That's why we love football, because not always the best team win. You get a situation, Valanciunas owns the board, Ja Morant maybe goes crazy, Dylan Brooks, they got guys that can make shots. And then all of a sudden we're looking around like, hold on, the defending champs basically didn't even make the playoffs this year? So that would have been bad. So for me, to come to AD and LeBron to combine for 47 after they played miserable first halves and to turn it up defensively, I was impressed when I needed to be impressed. But overall, I was unimpressed with what they did.
So you went to bed late last night here in the Pacific time zone because you had to get up pretty early, and you were scared. Is that fair to say?
I slept really good. I said, you know what? I won a couple of bets. Some people bet me some things that they probably shouldn't have bet me. I felt really good. Michael Rappaport wouldn't take my calls. That made me feel even better. And to know that I was going to come out here as the GOAT, I slept real good.
Did you?
Yep.
Yet you were unimpressed overall.
I was unimpressed, man. So that was bad basketball.
You're just taking your one moment in the sun on today's show because you're not sure about the Suns coming up?
I feel actually, I feel better about the Suns than I felt about the Warriors because I know it's Steph Curry. I don't believe, now look, and I know what Book is, but Book is not going to be making them crazy shots like Steph Curry can make.
Nope. I agree. So overall, I was slightly unimpressed. I agree with all your takes about when it was time, it was time.
Right.
And yet, I'm going to say this again, I'm sure the team in the basement last night, they get a TV in the basement, I think. But there's still like a black and white. Maybe.
Oh, the team that lost to the Knicks?
Yeah, the team that was stuck in the basement. They were watching on their black and white TV, and they were grinning, and they were chuckling, and they were licking their chops.
Kind of like last year, huh?
Yeah, because they want a piece of you in the finals.
See, what Skip, why y'all always worried about us? Let us handle our business.
Because you are worried about us.
No, let us handle our business. You handle your business, and then we'll have a meeting where we get together and handle some business.
We're going to have a meeting.
Okay.
Okay, on the plus side of the ledger, the two players who impressed me the most last night were Alex Caruso and Wesley Matthews, because they come off that bench like houses afire.
Yeah.
They do. They come in like wrecking balls on defense. Caruso is all over the floor, disrupting, distracting, destroying.
Yeah. I know he got on pass, Skip. He got, because he hit the floor.
He is hitting the floor. And Wesley Matthews is a tough guy. He's a mentally, physically tough guy who knows how to defend at the highest level. And when push came to shove last night, and it was getting pushy and shovey, Wesley Matthews was right in the middle of some big defensive stops that really helped you.
Got a big stop on Draymond,
He did. So he played almost 15 crucial minutes for you, and whose minutes he took were THT's because he's not quite ready for primetime. He did make one big shot last night. THT did. But those two guys saved the day because they're the two-pronged effect on your defense that can come in and shake people up because they're so physical and so pit bullish, both of them.
Right. But when you look at it, Skip, hold on, I'm trying to see. Wesley Matthews really didn't play the first half. No. His 15 minutes came in the second half.
Okay, what did that tell you?
Yeah.
I'm saying he and Caruso saved the night.
Yes, yes.
Right? Okay.
I don't know what Shooter was doing. I really don't. Kyle Kuzma came in and gave us some valuable minutes. You know, look, I'm just resigned to the fact Kuz is here to miss. You never know what you're going to get, Skip.
Okay.
He might give you 25. He might give you 2.
Okay. You should also be resigned to the fact that you have dissension in the ranks because Schroeder just wants a contract. He doesn't care about winning or losing. He wants money.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to star over win.
But that's all right. He can start. He's going to start in the first half. But see, what we're going to happen is that they're going to be able to look at that film and be like, well, hold on, bro. You keep on saying you this money player. Why you not in the game closing? They got somebody else in your spot.
Big Penguin needs to lose his spot.
No. Hey,
you're wrong about it.
Drum ain't going anywhere.
You were wrong.
Because guess what? We got Ayton.
Yep.
You have to see Ayton. You might have to see Gobert. You might have to see Yoke. You might have to see Nurkic. We need a big body to bang, and Big Drum bang with them.
Well, you're going to need one against the Clippers.
Well, y'all ain't got nobody to bang with us. Y'all ain't got nobody to bang with us.
We got 3.
Y'all ain't got nobody to bang with us.
I need to ask you guys, should Draymond's foul on LeBron have been a flagrant? I need your opinions. Everyone on social media had one. Explain it to me. Next.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy, and I won't back down.
LeBron and the Lakers were able to fend off Steph Curry and the Warriors in the 7-versus-8 play-in game last night. All knotted up at 100 with a minute left. LeBron threw up a deep 3 to avoid a shot clock violation. And after the game, LeBron said, quote, after Draymond's finger to the eye, I was literally seeing 3 rims out there. So I just shot at the middle one. Well, it worked. Fox Sports NBA analyst Chris Broussard is joining us now. Chris, what a game. On a scale of 1 to 10, how clutch was LeBron's late three-pointer?
Jen, I'm going to say an 8. All right. And the only reason I'm not giving it a 10, there's 2 reasons. One, anytime someone other than Steph Curry or Dame Lillard hits a shot from the letters behind the hash mark, there's an element of luck there, all right? And secondly, LeBron himself said to Steph right after, I couldn't see, he said he was seeing 3 rims. I'm not going to go with the 3 rims. I'm just going to say his vision was blurry. I do believe it was blurry. So for those reasons, I docked him 1 point for each of those reasons, so I went with an 8. Otherwise, this was clutch, period, the end. It was a clutch shot, and there's a few reasons. One, look at his form. His form was pure. He squared his shoulders. We know he's got the strength to shoot from that far, so it wasn't like a heave, like he just threw it up. And he faded, but LeBron fades on a lot of his shots. So that's not unusual. So the form was true. And secondly, we've seen LeBron do this too many times now to doubt it. He does this on a regular basis. LeBron James has 7 career buzzer beaters. I know that wasn't a buzzer beater, but he has 7 career game-winning buzzer beaters, second only to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Joe Johnson. LeBron's got 7. Kobe and Johnson have 8. Michael's got 9. That's it. He's got more than Larry Bird, more than Kareem and Magic combined, more than Kevin Durant, Reggie Miller, Steph Curry. I mean, he's clutch. What more do we need to see? This is what LeBron James does. So we have to give him his props. You saw last night, what did ESPN posted right after he hit that shot? That in the last 25 years, he's had 99 shots, including last night, 99 go-ahead or game-tying shots within the last minute of the fourth quarter or overtime. second only to Kobe Bryant, who's got 101. The last 25 years. Look, guys, one of the biggest misnomers and misperceptions in NBA history, not right now, history, in the world of basketball is the perception that LeBron James is not clutch. LeBron James, what more does he have to do? He's got 5 game-winning baskets in the playoffs, more than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant combined. I'm not saying I want him necessarily over Jordan in that moment, but you can't say LeBron's not clutch, though, just because he may not be MJ, and he hits them at a high percentage. So LeBron is getting it done. It's as simple as that. That was a clutch shot. He does that. And I know, having known LeBron his entire career, having talked to him about this, he's got a knack for making big shots. I think, Skip, you're right about this. When he doesn't think about it, and he didn't have time to think last night. I go back to Orlando, 2009. He didn't have time to think. Hits the 3 from deep. You remember that against Dwight Howard and crew in Game 2. Chicago, the corner three-pointer in the playoffs.